Hello everyone, welcome to Madrid Pulse. You got the source of the latest news, events, and everything happens in the heart of Spain. Madrid can't be fixed in 4 days. It's XABI Alonso, a football coach, not the magician Pop. It was a game for noting details, not drawing conclusions. It's impossible to turn Madrid into a machine in 4 training sessions, no matter how good the new coach is. So, Real Madrid fans, calm and patient. And winning the Club World Cup. It's Real Madrid, yes, but there are far better teams out there right now. But before continue, make sure you have already subscribed for getting more Real Madrid updates. Let's dive in. The first match of the XABI Alonso era makes it clear that if a player is missing, another player in the same position is playing, whatever his name is. Mbappe was missing, and Gonzalo was playing, something unthinkable under Ancelotti. The kid also scored, proving he's a striker with a lot of goals, and much more. You cross a washing machine to him, and he finishes it off. More XABI stuff. He doesn't play for anyone, or so it seems. Gonzalo played the full 90 minutes. Vinicius and Bellingham didn't. They were terrible, and he ended up replacing them with Victor Munoz, another youth product, and Luka Modric, who won't be staying next season, but who had to be dumped when Real Madrid were losing their chances of winning. XABI inherited another of the great dramas of the past, penalties. Madrid had a chance in the 90th minute, but Fed missed from the penalty spot. Bono saved it, and he hasn't lost the skill he showed in Seville in Arabia. For XABI, it's not just important to be a team, but to look like one as well. So no more seeing Madrid players scattered across the pitch just before kickoff. Now they form a group and the captains talk. A detail that might not contribute much to the game, but one that Madrid always criticized every time they conceded a goal in the opening minutes. In his debut for Real Madrid, Trent Alexander-Arnold had a lot of tactical work to do. The fullback didn't play tight on the wing, but instead dropped into the middle to leave Rodrigo as a winger. XABI Alonso doesn't want any holdups on the wing, and he wants the English player to play as an organizer in the attacking phase. Trent showed off his good ball movement and good footwork. Although he didn't play his best game, he still has a lot of adaptation work to do. He ended up being substituted. Those who follow the Saudi Pro League wouldn't be surprised by Al-Hilal level. It's a good team, with good players who went there to earn money, but not in the twilight of their careers. Have you seen Lodi? He'd probably start for Atletico. And there's Bono, Cancelo, Koulibaly, Savic, Malcolm, Neves. He was the surprise choice in the starting 11 and the scorer of the first goal of the XABI Alonso era. And it wasn't a preseason match, although the opponent and the appearance of the match seemed to be, but the first match of the Club World Cup. Gonzalo is a killer and a very interesting player for Real Madrid this season. He won't be short of offers this summer, but it wouldn't be surprising if XABI decided to keep him. He was close to scoring a brace with a spectacular header, but Bono made a brilliant save. Madrid's face changed as soon as Arda came onto the pitch. The Turkish player has more football than any of the midfielders who started the game, and XABI knows it because he gave him the reins in the second half. Güler, whose physique continues to improve, carried the team on his shoulders and created Madrid's clearest chances in the second half. He came close to scoring a stunning goal as soon as he came on, and his crosses were always dangerous. He earned a starting spot for Sunday's match against Pachuca. It wasn't a good day for Vinicius and Bellingham, who continued the style of football they showed in May. It was nothing. The Englishman was completely out of action. The Brazilian was imprecise and erratic, losing his balance in one-on-one situations. XABI Alonso didn't hesitate, substituting both players. First Vini for Victor Munoz, and then Jude for Luka Modric. It was strange that he didn't play a single minute, unless XABI is clear that he's not counting on him. That players like Lucas and Modric, who won't be staying next season, came onto the pitch ahead of him. His Club World Cup win could say a lot about his future. Madrid drew against a commendable Al-Hilal with a goal from Gonzalo, the manager's choice in place of Mbappe. The substitutions improved the Whites. Valverde missed a penalty in the 92nd minute. Miracles to Lourdes. Madrid remained in, despite the coaching change and two signings that were already needed in December. XABI Alonso compensated for the absence of Mbappé, who was ill, with the natural solution Gonzalo, and his first attempt as a Real Madrid coach paid off handsomely. The youth product scored the 1-0 and was declared MVP. The coach made amends for the poor first half with substitutions, but he failed again with his shot and missed a penalty, this time by Valverde. Al-Hilal started dominating and ended up exploiting the counterattack to secure a worthy draw, because the Saudis were the better side from the start. With the Brazilian wingers and the intention of pressing high up the pitch, Madrid were outplayed. Al-Hilal has notable players, seasoned in top-flight competition: Ruben Neves, Milinkovic-Savic, Koulibaly, Lodi, Bono, Cancelo. They also function as a balanced unit, which is what XABI Alonso is trying to build. 2 minutes in, Courtois had to intervene after a Milinkovic-Savic shot, as if he were playing for Lazio. Before the 20th minute, Lodi, a left-back, scored, as if he were running around the Metropolitano Stadium. He started offside, but took advantage of Trent's wing, who is less alert in defense than when he joins the midfield with the ball. He has a good foot and will contribute a lot. In the Whites' outings, despite having some notable names, the one who stood out the most was Gonzalo, offering himself and unleashing his potential. In the first opportunity he had, he combined with Vinicius, broke free down the left as the ball traveled to the right, and came in to finish Rodrigo's cross. A half miss, it counts. In the cage, that's what counts. The 1-0 lead settled Madrid for a while. Huijsen has a clinical eye for finding through balls. He connected with Bellingham, who set up Gonzalo, but he failed to control and lost the 2-0 lead. Asensio's mistake was even worse, as he got complacent against Marcos Leonardo and conceded an absurd penalty. Ruben Neves scored to reward the Saudi team's courage and good play. Güler came on after the break. It wasn't a natural change, as he replaced Asensio. Tchouaméni was at center back, Valverde at pivot. After a minute, Vinicius overran, Arda hit the crossbar, Vini persisted, and Gonzalo headed over. Bono saved the shot from close range. The fact is that the change made Madrid more entertaining. They attacked more. They conceded at the back, of course, with Huijsen notable, as if he'd been carrying the weight of Real Madrid's defense all his life. And that's when Trent began to feel the strain. He looked so exhausted during a Marcos Leonardo run that he was forced to be substituted. Lucas, who was on his way out, came on. He showed it in a duel in which he was weak, he lost the ball, and Marcos Leonardo shot over in a good position. Brahim also came on for Rodrigo, who did little, like Vinicius, but goes left first, still feeling weak. Diaz created a good opportunity down the right that ended with a crossback for Valverde to finish. He was better in the middle. The heat and fatigue drained Vinicius and Bellingham. Modric came on, bringing the Hard Rock Stadium to its feet. Inzaghi also changed both flanks, exhausted. And in another residual play, Madrid had a chance to win. Fran Garcia went to pressure Al-Qahtani, who swung his arm and hit the Real Madrid fullback. VAR called for Tello, and he awarded the penalty. Valverde took responsibility and shot much worse than from outside the box. Centered, easy for a good goalkeeper like Bono. Gonzalo had another header, who finished everything, but there was no more. The improvement wasn't enough to win XABI Alonso's first game. He already knows how much work he has ahead of him, which is a lot.